This is Audra Neff. Thank you for tuning in to Food Talk. This program is brought to you by American Advertising Services, the Philadelphia area advertising and publicity agency that wants to help you. Call 484-562-0060. That's 484-562-0060. And once again, that's 484-562-0060. Today, we are talking to Joanne Reilly, the owner of Chocolate Lovers Princeton, who is bringing us good news. Chocolate is good for you. Joanne, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Audra. And yes, you're right. Chocolate is good for you.
Yes, and she's going to tell us all about that. I am excited to hear. Chocolate Lovers Princeton is a cafe, chocolate shop, and event space. Joanne, what is your mission?
Our mission is to bring high-quality, delicious chocolate to the world. How's that for a mission?
That's a wonderful mission.
And we're starting here in the greater Philadelphia and Princeton area.
Okay. So you are a leader in the craft chocolate movement. You are promoting artisan chocolate. There are 3 parts to your business, but let's talk about the chocolate shop first and the tasting experience there is to be had. You have a wall of chocolate bars. Can you tell us about this?
We have a wall of chocolate bars. The wall contains bins, and in those bins sit some of the best chocolate you can get in the world. Our chocolate beans come from places like Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and we source those beans from those areas because that's typically where the best chocolate trees grow.
Okay, so those are the regions that produce high quality chocolate.
Absolutely. That's where chocolate wants to grow. Chocolate is a tropical fruit. People don't know that. Yes. So, yes, people, when we tell you that chocolate's good for you, it's a fruit. It's actually the seeds of the fruit from the cacao tree.
Chocolate is a fruit.
It is. It's in your fruit group, kind of like tomatoes and avocados. People don't realize it, but
so
it is a fruit.
I do eat fruits. I didn't know, but I do eat fruit. Okay.
Okay. So you do want to include really good, high-quality chocolate in your healthy eating program. Sound good?
That sounds
so far
wonderful.
Should I continue?
Please continue.
Are you sold?
I'm sold.
We actually enjoy teaching our customers that walk in the door about chocolate and how healthy it can be for you. Now, that doesn't mean you run to the grocery store and get a candy bar on a shelf and say you're eating that for health purposes. But chocolate, yes, is a fruit, and it's full of antioxidants.
Yes.
It's a superfood.
Yes.
And if you look at most superfood lists that people put out, we all know on that list you have things like blueberries, almonds, salmon, kale, right? Everybody's into kale these days.
Kale is huge right now.
Well, chocolate holds its own with all those foods. It's almost as nutritious.
Wow.
Isn't that great news?
It's great news, yes.
So when you're on your healthy eating regimen, you can include chocolate. And here's how you can do that. So if you're into raw foods, you can get something called cocoa nibs. Cocoa nibs are raw chocolate. It's just the seeds broken up into little pieces. They can be raw, they can be roasted. And you can include them in a breakfast like yogurt. Like granola, a cereal. You can put it in a smoothie, a health smoothie. Super good for you. It's a little crunchy, a little nutty, delicious. Another thing you can do for health is cocoa powder. Now, you want to look for the non-Dutch process, which means it's not processed basically, but you get cocoa powder. You can sprinkle cocoa powder in your yogurt. You can sprinkle cocoa powder in your healthy smoothie. And again, you're getting phytonutrients.
Okay.
So for lunch, how can we include chocolate in lunch? You can make a sauce, like a mole sauce, and put it on your chicken. You can have a salad and sprinkle cocoa nibs in your salad again. Tastes like nuts, can replace croutons.
Absolutely.
For dinner, how could you have chocolate for dinner? Well, you could make a sauce, a mole sauce, which includes cocoa powder, and have that for dinner. So yes, we really enjoy telling people all the ways that you can eat chocolate. And then you can have chocolate for dessert.
Yeah.
If breakfast, lunch, and dinner's not enough, you can also have it for dessert. And we would recommend something like a chocolate mendiant. Mendiant is a French word, and mendiants are the rage in France. And it's just a disc of chocolate, and it's topped with something that's, again, healthy for you.
And you make these.
We do make these. We have our healthy wall. So we have our wall of chocolate on one side, and then you can go to the healthy table. And that healthy table has things like the mendiants. So it's dark chocolate, and then we top it with things like cherries, which are super good for you, raspberries, oranges, you name it. So many things go with chocolate.
Absolutely.
Pair so well with chocolate. And then we do fun things like chocolate and spice go really well together. There is something in spices called capsaicin. Capsaicin is really good for you. It's the thing that makes your throat itch a little bit and your tongue tingle a little bit. That's actually good for you too. So yes, there's a lot of choices when you walk in our shop, and you can walk away with any of those things knowing that you're adding to your health benefits for today, not to mention your mood.
Absolutely, because chocolate triggers serotonins in the brain.
It does. We call it a mood food.
Absolutely.
And it's one of the ultimate mood foods. So if you're a little tired, there's something in chocolate called theobromine. Now, some people think chocolate contains caffeine. It doesn't. It contains something called theobromine. And theobromine is gentler. So you're not going to get the buzz. Some people get the jitters. No jitters, yes, but you're going to get a lift. So if you're kind of dragging and you have a little piece of good dark chocolate, it's going to boost your energy. And the other good thing is it doesn't let you down. So a lot of times with something like caffeine, you get the spike,
right,
and then you get the drop off.
Womp, womp,
womp. Womp, womp, which is why people go back for more and more coffee. So theobromine doesn't do that. It just picks you up and kind of keeps you up there for the afternoon. Do you know what time is chocolate time?
All the time?
Well, that's a good answer. So I'll accept that as an acceptable answer.
Okay.
But in our store, what we notice is about 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3 in the afternoon, people are starting to feel a little tired.
Right.
They've probably been at work since 7 or 8 in the morning. A lot of them are sitting in front of a computer. They maybe have had a lunch that sort of made them a little lethargic after lunch, and they want to get up and do something. So we get people, we have offices close by, and they come across the road, and they get a little bit of chocolate, and they can go back and face the rest of the day.
Their boosts, their chocolate boosts.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. So all good things about chocolate. Now, your chocolate is extra special. Tell us about commercial versus mainstream chocolate. You mentioned your chocolate does not have emulsifiers. What do we need to worry about when we go to the gas station and pick up our chocolate bars?
Absolutely. When someone tells you that you can eat chocolate for health, they're really not talking about a commercially processed chocolate. And the reason for that is because chocolate's hard to work with. And chocolate, a big component in chocolate is cocoa butter. Sounds good, right?
Yes.
Well, and it is good. And cocoa butter is actually good for you, too. So, yes, people, chocolate contains fat. That fat is called cocoa butter, but it's a stearic acid. It's the same fat that's in avocados.
That good fat.
Yes, it's a good fat, and it's good for the outside. So most of us women know that you can put cocoa butter on your skin, and it's good for you. But you can eat cocoa butter, and it's actually good for the insides as well. The problem is, from a manufacturing standpoint, cocoa butter melts way too easily. So they take the cocoa butter out. Boo. And they put what's called a fat replacement in. And that's an oil. And unfortunately, it's usually a processed oil.
The bad fat.
The bad fat. So you have to make sure that the chocolate that you're eating for your health is a chocolate that has its own cocoa butter and has no added fats. Also, because the fat and solid in chocolate don't really like each other, they're two components that are made to stay together in a chocolate bar. They don't like doing that. And they like to separate. And that separation is called bloom. And most people have experienced bloom. You've bought a chocolate bar and you've taken it out of the wrapper, and it has kind of little gray streaks or whitish streaks in it. That's usually caused by it being warm at some point.
Right. Chocolate is temperamental.
Chocolate is very temperamental. And so as an insurance policy, manufacturers will put in a product. It's usually soy lecithin, which is an emulsifier. And it's like an insurance policy so that chocolate doesn't bloom. Unfortunately, that's good for manufacturers. It's not good for us. The reason a small manufacturer can get away with that is we make it in such small batches that we don't have to put that insurance policy in. And if our chocolate blooms, guess what? We've only made 10 bars. We start over again.
Wow. So soy-free. You're also gluten-free. We're going to get into that as soon as we come back. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more with Joanne Reilly of Chocolate Lovers Princeton.
We're a Philadelphia advertising agency, American Advertising Services, and our job is to create solutions for your business problems. Do you want more customers, more sales for your products or business services? American Advertising has helped many, many area companies, large ones, small ones, family-owned firms just like yours. If you are in business and serious, make American Advertising your advertising agency. Per job assignments welcomed. American Advertising Services. We are serious about helping your business.
American Advertising Services is located at 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004. 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004. You can call them at 484-562-0060, 484-562-0060, 484-562-0060.
Are you in business, a company executive, purchasing agent, or working in marketing? Then attend the Philadelphia Advertising and Business Show. The show is August 20th. That's Wednesday, August 20th at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, City Avenue at the Route 76 exit. If you are in business, an executive, a purchasing agent, or work in marketing, your business card will admit you free. Your card also admits your guests. Have a direct sales space or simply attend. Free marketing assistance, free parking, and you can network to gain business. Direct sales space is available, so attend and profit at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, City Avenue at the Route 76 exit. Call 484-562-0063. That's 484-562-0063. Or check them out on the web at phillybizmedia.com. That's PHILLYBIZMEDIA.com, phillybizmedia.com. Or call 484-562-0063. That's 484-562-0063.
Into rock and roll? Then visit Philadelphia's Hard Rock Cafe. Enjoy the huge menu and especially view the memorabilia. There's the legendary Jim Morrison jacket acquired from Danny Sugarman, manager of The Doors. Then see the guitar that John Mayall created. He played with Eric Clapton. Elton John's Uncle Sam costume, Shakira's leather pants. The list goes on. Memorabilia from Jimi Hendrix and Joan Jett. Come in for lunch or dinner or enjoy a cocktail at the Hard Rock Cafe Bar. The Hard Rock Cafe, 12th and Market Streets in Philadelphia. It's an experience. Also hosting corporate events, social gatherings, bar and bat mitzvahs. Hard Rock Cafe is COOL, cool. 12th and Market Street, 215-238-0639, 215-238-0639, 12th and Market Street in Philadelphia.
Wow, this is really different. There's a Philadelphia business called Whims, Whims for Rent, that creates and does really unusual business special events and promotions. If you're involved in a trade show, business meeting, sales campaign, grand opening, or open house, call Whims for Rent. If you're having a company dinner, a charity gala, or fundraiser and need a theme, call Whims. Whims has stars and stunts, gadgets and gimmicks from hundreds of available sources, entertainers and celebrities. Add flair to your business needs. Whims for Rent. The Philadelphia Philadelphia special events company for business and groups. At Whims, imagination works overtime. Challenge us. Call Whims for rent.
For more information, contact Whims for Rent at 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004, 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004, or call Whims for Rent at 484-562-0067, 484-562-0067 for Whims for Rent.
The Internet today is a must for businesses and organizations to represent themselves. A must. For the generations of business owners who did not have the advantage of an Internet education beginning in grade school, there is basic help. Call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060. Our organization of marketing personnel, traditional and IT, will set up basic Internet advertising aids for your business or organization at a modest fee. Basics. No big deals, no big costs, just basics. Plus a free get-to-know-your-goals meeting. Call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060. That's 484-562-0060. Be with it, or else you will be out of it. Again, call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060.
Need a speaker for your business, organization, social group? Need a speaker who is entertaining, informative, or both? Need a speaker who is an authority on a subject close to your interests? We provide them. We are this region's Speakers Bureau. Call us at 484-562-0067, 484-562-0067.
This is Audra Neff, and you are listening to Food Talk, brought to you by American Advertising Services, the Philadelphia area advertising and publicity agency that wants to help you. Call 484-562-0060, and again, that's 484-562-0060. Today, we are talking to Joanne Reilly, a chocolate expert, a craft chocolate maker, who is the owner of Chocolate Lovers Princeton. Joanne, thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Audra.
Okay, now before we went to break, we were talking about how your chocolate is organic, gluten-free, soy-free. You have the option to be sugar-free and dairy-free. And I had a chance to look at the ingredient list on one of your chocolate bars, and they say if you want to eat clean, you should look for products that have 5 ingredients or less. Now, this chocolate bar had 3 ingredients. It was finely ground organic cocoa beans, organic cocoa butter, organic evaporated cane sugar, and one more, organic evaporated cane sugar. No,
yeah, just
that's
3 ingredients.
That's 3.
Right.
Just 3.
It seemed too short, right?
3 ingredients. So everything that you make is made in-house and is also all of these wonderful things, organic, gluten-free, soy-free.
Correct.
Okay, so what is the process? How are you able to do this?
Well, we control the process right from the plantation. So we talked about chocolate being a fruit, grows on trees. The trees grow next to rainforests. And we work with mom and pop, small cocoa plantation farmers. And they usually get together in a co-op to sell their products. And we work directly with them because we need them to do best practices. So the agreement is that they're going to be organic and not use pesticides and spray the trees. And then we need them to also ferment the cocoa. So it comes out of the pod. It's kind of a wet, slippery, looks like a nut, almost like an almond. And there's maybe 100 in a pod. And when they do the harvest, they're going to put all these beans, they're really seeds, but everybody calls them cocoa beans. So they're going to put these beans in a big pile and they're going to ferment. And that starts developing flavors. And this is not something you're going to see in a commercial process because they're trying to hurry the product to market. This is more like the cheesemaker who's washing his cheeses and letting them age and letting flavor develop. So our farmers, we have to trust that they're doing best practices in this fermentation process. And then they're going to sun dry the beans. That's another a slow process. It's an expensive process, but it develops the ultimate in flavor. Now, a big processor, they're not going to sun dry their beans. They put them in big machines that look like clothes dryers.
Right.
And unfortunately, it doesn't. Not only does it not enhance the flavor, it takes away from the flavor. But remember, most manufacturers are putting a lot of sugar in there, so they know that they're sort of hiding that bitterness with sugar. Because we put very little sugar in our chocolate, we have to be on top of our game and ensure that those beans come to us already really well flavored. And so we're partnered with these plantations, and when we get the beans, they actually come into the Port of Newark. We pick them up and we bring them to our lab in Newark. And there we introduce the beans to an oven and we roast them. And again, that's developing flavor. And after roasting, they go in a machine called a conching machine. And that conching machine turns the chocolate into like a paste. And that paste is called chocolate liquor, not to be confused with the liquor that's on your bar shelf. But it's called chocolate liquor. And to that chocolate liquor, we're going to add a little bit of organic sugar. And that's it.
Wow.
And from that, we make our 100% bar. So we really do have customers that want no sugar in their chocolate. And we have a 100% bar. And then we have a machine that would be dedicated to making 90%, which would be 10% sugar. From there, we go to a 75% and a 65%. So those are all dark chocolates. And again, nothing else added but the sugar.
Wow. Okay, so you have to get out there and taste this chocolate because the nurturing that goes on in this process is absolutely unbelievable. You can't overeat this kind of chocolate, you know? You eat clean and you get your chocolate fix all at once.
That's true. When people are used to eating a candy quality chocolate and they say they love chocolate, really what they're fixated on is the sugar. It's kind of a sugar high. Mm-hmm. When you eat good quality dark chocolate, it actually releases endorphins in the brain and you get very happy very quickly. And most people not going to overeat dark. You take a little bit, you're very satisfied, you're happy, and you can put the rest away and come back and eat it at a later time.
Wow. And I just want to mention that there's more to this operation, which, believe it or not, there's also a cafe at the retail store, which is BYOB. It is a sit-down cafe. They serve brunch on the weekends with savory dishes, a few savory dishes.
Correct.
Which I love. I love chocolate and savory. It's hard to do, and you guys do it well. You also have a dessert bar. Tell us about the dessert bar.
Oh, well, we make a few things. It's not a big dessert bar, but what we make well. And keep in mind, everything that we make is made from this same chocolate. So the chocolate bar chocolate is what we use to make our hot chocolates, our frozen hot chocolates, our chocolate shakes, our flourless chocolate cake, our brownies,
which is amazing,
and cookies.
You mentioned. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you know what? You do samplings outside, and you mentioned that women are feeling guilty about indulging, but you don't have to be. But if you are feeling like you want to treat yourself, you also do something called dipped in chocolate.
Yes. So when someone walks in our store, we ask them if they want to be good or they want to be evil. They have a choice. And we can send them over to the wall of chocolate where they can get a healthy chocolate bar. We can send them to our table where they can get some healthy mendiants or nut clusters that are made with superfoods and chocolate. Or they can go to our counter where we have our line called Dipped in Chocolate. And so Dipped in Chocolate is the treat you want to give yourself every once in a while. And we do things like Twinkies dipped in chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we hear that, oh, wow, a lot. You can get potato chips dipped in chocolate.
Yes.
Which a lot of people haven't tasted. It's excellent, that sweet and salty thing going on.
I love that.
Yes. We dip Oreos in chocolate.
It's chocolate on chocolate.
Everybody, the little kid and everybody loves Oreos, and they taste even better dipped in our chocolate.
And tell us about my favorite food item to be dipped in chocolate. You know what that is?
I know what you're going to say. Can I read your mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chocolate dipped bacon.
Yes.
Yes. We do get quite a few followers that come in for our chocolate dipped bacon, and we take a strip of bacon and we dip it in chocolate.
Yum.
Yes, it has a following.
Yum, yum, yum. Now, Chocolate Lovers Princeton is also a classroom. Believe it or not.
We're all about the chocolate experience. So if you come in and you want to have a tasting experience, you can have that. If you want to sit down and have a dessert, you can do that. If you want to learn more about chocolate, we have a classroom. We do Chocolate Making 101, where you can actually learn to temper and make your own chocolate goodies.
Wow. You also do pairing classes and a gelato making class.
In the summertime, yes.
Wow, that sounds like so much fun.
Yes, our hearts and minds turn to gelato.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like so much fun.
And then we also have an event venue. We have
events.
Yes, we have a mezzanine upstairs. It's dedicated for chocolate events. So if you own a company and you want to do maybe a team building experience for your employees,
corporations, listen up.
Absolutely, we do chocolate wars. And teams are selected and they are tasked. They are given a little bit of information. They have to strategize, they have to plan, they have to execute, and they have to create a chocolate dessert. Winner takes all.
Sounds like so much fun. So you can also do showers in your event space. Are you guys able to put it together from start to finish? Are you the event planner and the host, or how does it work?
We can do it all. We do have a room, and it is available for rent. Our minimum amount of people would be 10, and we max out at 50 people. And we do parties, birthday parties, kids' birthday parties, adult birthday parties, showers, wedding, night before a wedding. Any celebration people like to think about or include chocolate in their celebration. So, yes, we can plan the whole event, or they can have an outside planner come in and work with us. We're happy to do that as well.
Wow. So if you are listening, I'm sure you know 9 other chocolate lovers off the top of your head. Get together and go out to Chocolate Lovers Princeton. Can you give us the address? Where are you located?
Yes, we're in Princeton on 830 State Road, and State Road is actually Route 206.
830 State Road, Route 206. Give us the website if we want more information.
The website is chocolateloversprinceton.com.
Okay, chocolateloversprinceton.com. And you will also be releasing a website coming soon to purchase chocolate online. So look out for that. Can we have the phone number to the store as well?
Yes, the phone number is 609-921-9100.
609-921-9100. I will be placing all of this information on phillyfoodtalk.com. So if you are planning an event, or if this has made you want to plan an event, like it has made me want to plan an event at Chocolate Lovers Princeton, then please visit the website to get more information. Joanne, I want to thank you for coming in to see us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yes, you made me very excited about chocolate. I'm sure you made the listeners very excited about chocolate. You brought us great news. Chocolate is good for you.
So chocolate's a fruit, people.
Chocolate's a fruit that's good for you. So once again, visit chocolateloversprinceton.com to learn more. This has been Audra Neff with Philly Food Talk.